Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Right. Hello, everyone. My name's Saver Crypto. This channel is called Saver Crypto, and I'm here with Maff today, who's got his camera on, actually. There you go. There's Maff.
Yay. Yeah, it's finally working.
Oh, excellent. Brilliant. And, is everything working today? I tell you what it isn't, I don't think, is I'm trying to do this onto Instagram. It says I'm live on Instagram, but I don't believe it anyway. But I might I might investigate in a bit. I don't want to do too much, actually, just to sort of.
Does Instagram agree with StreamYard?
I don't know. I can't. Yeah. I'm not sure, actually. Hang on. Maybe I can get the URL up on another computer and hopefully. Oh God, that's not working. No, it's like, is it?
Will it?
No, it's not really, is it? Not as such. Right, I'll have a look at that in a moment. I don't know. I don't want to mess it all up entirely. Anyway, by the way, it seems that TradingView has this Black Friday offer on, which I looked at, and it's really confusing. I mean, it's always a bit confusing with TradingView. Let's have a look. So I don't quite get this. So
what's switched? Are you on the? So you're on the chart now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it opened up a new thing. Yeah, thank you. Right, so what they've done. So this is the one I've got at the moment. I've got this premium one here. So that's the offer there, right? So does that? Oh, okay. So when it showed me the prices before, it didn't quite make sense because it looked like the ultimate one was, but that is the biggest discount,
ultimate,
isn't
it? Yeah.
Oh, it's the ultimate. Yeah, it can't get better than that. No. Actually, I'm sure there's one.
Unless you get ultimate plus.
I'm sure there's one beyond that. I'm sure premium used to be the middle one. Maybe it's not anymore. Anyway,
so this is actually the simplified version, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is, if you go to savercrypto.org/TradingView, /TV, you can get an extra $15 off as well. But I'm still a bit confused about what actually you get. I mean, I think they've done it so the premium plus are like pretty much the same price, aren't they? They're like £16.62 and that's £16.69. So, they want people to have this one, which, by the way, is what I have at the moment, and I really like it because you get the watch list alerts, which I think is probably the best feature of the premium.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's there if you want to look at it.
Yeah. So what does Ultimate have then? The premium doesn't.
Well, it's the Ultimate.
Well, it's a badge, isn't it?
It's got everything you'd ever want. Let's have a look. It does have. Where'd you compare them? Hang on. I don't know.
Just click on upgrade, and then it tells you or something. Because it's a bit. It's not really very forthcoming with information.
Yeah, I don't want to sort of show any details though. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm a bit wary about that. I think it's got things like billions of alerts you can have.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
It's got. I think it's.
So you could be constantly on edge, basically, and just nerves in tatters.
Yeah. I couldn't see much difference for my purposes between Ultimate and Premium, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
So that was it. Oh, actually, I think we had to have Premium, didn't we, to actually publish Quadzilla as a invite-only script.
Yeah. I mean, I updated to Premium on my side anyway, because it's just there's definite advantages to it. I think I can't remember exactly what. More alerts. Oh, it was the watch list alerts. I think you need to be on Premium for that.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool, I must admit. Anyway, did I mention Quadzilla? I think I did, didn't I? Quadzilla is this indicator that we have created here. It is bloody amazing, I must admit. And for the last few days, I've been looking on this momentum oscillator down here. I've been looking for these green backgrounds and these little green super up arrows, and there has been quite a plethora of them, to be honest. You know, I started looking on the 12-hour towards the end of last week. You know, I was quite pleased when one appeared, then another one, and then there's been lots of them. So then I started looking on the daily time frame, and that was looking pretty special as well. And I even did an impromptu live stream on Saturday night because I was looking at the 2-day time frame.
So you got quite excited.
I did, yeah.
Tell the internet about this.
Well, to be honest, I was a bit bored actually because I'd actually kind of, I don't normally go out much on a Saturday night, but I thought I might just wander into town and go and see what's happening and maybe have a few beers and stuff. And then my daughter sort of announced that she was going out with some of her mates, and I thought that's going to involve me picking them up at like midnight, so I can't have a drink. So I thought, oh, that's it. I'm stuck at home in front of the chart with a.
Have they not heard of Ubers in that term?
Yeah, I kind of, you know, they're all like 16, and I kind of like rounding them up at night and delivering them home, and just making sure they're all safe and nice and stuff, you know, because you know, we live in a fairly safe place, but it's not that safe.
Even, you know. So it is kind of outsourcing the parental duty a bit there, I guess.
Yeah, and I kind of, I don't know, I feel it's my job to look after them, and I think the other parents appreciate it when I sort of round them up and deliver them later on in the evening. I don't know, I just feel it's a thing I like doing. It makes me feel like I've done my job properly, you know. So
not to be sniffed at.
Yeah, and if they start getting Ubers, I'll have to give them more pocket money or something, and then
that's true. Yeah,
and that's it really. And you know, I do keep saying that chimney's not going to clean itself, but like
so get up there and
and but I don't really want it to cost me any more money anyway. So Saturday night I was in, I wasn't entirely alone because I think there was a couple of people in the live as well, and thank you for those 2 people coming along. I think it was 4 altogether actually, and we did watch this candle close at midnight on Saturday night. Was that Saturday? No, Sunday, wasn't it? No, it could have been Sunday. Oh, no. It was this. Yeah, so I was looking for this green background closing here on Saturday night. Right, so that was quite special. And then even more specialer was last night. But last night I was too sleepy, so I no live streaming last night. So I did see, though, I did see that close green, so that was good, and we also got a super up, and I think that's the first one ever, I think,
because of course I mean, because also that green, the second green background is bolder, isn't it? It's more vibrant, so it's a confident green, plus the super up, as you say, on the 2-day.
And then this morning I looked at the 3-day time frame. Look, we've got a 3-day green background, right? And the last time that happened, I mean, this is the BitGet chart. Last time it happened was then September 2022. Now I'll just show you what it did there, because it wasn't. It's a bit.
Well, it certainly went up.
Sure. Oh yeah. I mean, so the candle we're talking about is this green one here, right? So, from the bottom of that candle, that went up like 14% or so, okay, which is quite a lot.
For Bitcoin, that's that's significant.
Yeah, and just for the record, that was around about 18.7k at that point. So there was that one there. And then we actually had a few more. No, only one more. There was only ever one other one, okay? So we're actually on the 3rd one of these to ever happen, right?
Gosh.
So the first one.
That marked a bit of a reversal there, pretty much, or like impending reversal. I think.
This one here.
Yeah. I mean, it took a little bit longer, went on a bit, but it's kind of like, hey, there's going to be a market swing.
Yeah, and obviously with these like really super big, it's not a super big time frame, is it? But for for the momentum oscillator to actually see these stochastics in the like extreme oversold kind of
Yeah.
thing, it's quite a big deal,
In fact, to be honest, 'cause you notice there, like with the convergence band, because that kind of requires all four of the stochastics to have data to have begun. So, and the green background requires three of them to be curving up. So the fourth stochastic, this lowest one, hadn't even kicked in yet. So that was basically, that's just based on the other three. So yeah, even with kind of incomplete data at that point, it was kind of showing up that, hey, something's about to happen. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. And the point being, I mean, I suppose Bitcoin was like 10 years old by then. Was that right? 2019. Sure. But yeah, but even that candle there, that actually went from sort of like 7.8k up to like 8.5. That was a 9% candle, Did I just say it? I just said that, didn't I? but still, anyway, but that wasn't, that. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you'd have bought a load of spot Bitcoin then and you still had it today, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyway, so the point is though, is there's only been one, two, and we're on the third one.
Yeah.
In the history of Bitcoin. So so certainly that's something. So to me, this is looking. I'm not as bearish as I was at the end of last week. I don't think. I haven't seen your video yet. We're going to watch that in a moment. And,
that's a bit slightly why I'm hesitating, but
and it'll be like you're completely wrong. Right. The other thing is as well, which I mentioned in a video this morning that I only published about an hour ago. So I'm not sure who's seen that yet, but let's just turn off Quadzilla for a moment. But yeah, we do have this CME gap from last Friday. I mean, these generally do get filled, So what I was thinking initially is we could just go down, fill that, and then we go up,
Yeah.
Or that's a possibility. Or the other thing is we could go up because there is. Not sure if you see it here on the CME. I suppose you do, yeah. There is this bearish retracement level here at about 91.7 that we could go up to and then come down and do that later in the week or even, sometime in the near future, really. So at the moment, I don't know, but my overall bias is I think we go up over the next week or so. I'm just not sure if we need to pull back into here first and do that. There is your video from this morning. Should we watch that?
I think it's probably worth watching that. I would say a couple of things to that. The internet broke at the end, so apologies in advance. And also I kind of realised on editing a little bit as well that one bit where I was kind of showing the absolute key values as I was trying again with the webcam on. So my ugly mug was right on top of the critical stuff I was showing. so my apologies for that, but I might go over those levels a little bit after you've shown this as well. So
hang on. Okay. What am I doing? So I'm trying to. I can't do that.
What's that?
So I'm trying to show the video. Hang on. So if I go, so I've got you there ready to go. If I remove my chart, and then I go, I stop screen. All right, okay, right, it's all right, got it now.
Cool. Okay.
Obviously, it's Monday morning, isn't it? Right. So here is the video, and this is from today at 11:54. So that's the one. Here we go.
Potential trade setups here. The first is for a long position up to maybe around there-ish, possibly a scalp long or an intraday, depending how it pans out. And then the other would be a potential short, longer term short, from wherever that bounces from. So we'll go through those now. So first of all, so we're here on the 1 day chart, and if I draw in a parallel channel just to show where this could potentially reach, it could actually go up to around about that kind of 105 area, where we've got this pivot type reversal, which is essentially a lower high, because we had that kind of like high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Might suggest that there's going to be another one, so whether it actually reaches up to the areas I'm going to show, it depends, but I'll go through that. So yeah, parallel channel, so it's doing. So if we bring that over to here, because there's a lot of confluence of the price action, like even that wick just there, so kind of maybe draw from there over across to there, and kind of bring that up to kind of round about there, so 108, yeah, probably about 108.4ish. In fact, you notice there we have that bearish retracement level, which I'm just going to draw on top of, and that actually forms a pretty good top of this range, and that is like almost exactly 108.4. You notice also that the 200-day MA is there kind of lurking just above that, so we'll come back to that in a minute. So yeah, this would be a pretty good range for Bitcoin to enter into. Think if the price does enter into this level, especially with that bear retracement there, then this would be a pretty good zone to open up a short. But there's a bit more. So at the moment, so in terms of the price getting up there, these green backgrounds are signalling somewhat of a short-term upside, potential continuation really of the weekend pump. Although of course today's candle so far is looking a little bit doji-ish. We're going to need to see some kind of just market strength there into the US Open and so on. If I switch on the VWAP, which we don't often, maybe this might even be the first time we've shown this, but this is a VWAP which is set to the monthly anchor period, and you can see on this that the price is actually well within this kind of lower band already, and it touched this lower band just here, actually kind of got rejected from it. So what we're really looking at is probably another attempt to break through up inside the lower half of this inner band. So that'll actually act as some form of confirmation really that the long is on, that we're going to see the upward price movement there, assuming it breaks above that. So that level is 88,000 basically. So if we see a break above 88,000, that's probably going to be a confirmation that the price is just going to continue to head upwards for a bit. But just keep in mind there's these areas of liquidity, like that one just there, that's kind of around 102 and 94.9. It seems crazy that we're talking about the price breaking up above 100k at the moment. It's just like, what, are you mad? We're never going to see the price break above 100 again in this market. But hey, probably talking about a relief rally at this stage, just kind of trick everyone into thinking that the bull market is back on. So we'll see that. So if I switch over now to the 2-day chart, we do have another bearish retracement here, and that is at 110.5. Interestingly, excuse me reading my notes, it's just early morning. God, I need another coffee. This actually lines up almost exactly with the top of the VWAP, which is kind of interesting. So there's confluence there, and the 200-day MA, because that's kind of set to the 1 day. Yeah, that's all kind of around about 109, 110. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome when we see this level of agreement between just among technicals. It doesn't always happen, is they're kind of telling us different things, but it is pretty great when it happens, kind of like the stars have aligned. So if we get this pump to the upside, then we can kind of get a really good idea of just essentially where to open the short. So you might consider partially opening a short just here and then just kind of adding into it, expecting the price to maybe come up to this level and reject. That's different, by the way, from realizing that you're in a losing position and piling more money into it. So somehow if it's planned out, then it's different. So one other thing, just coming back to today and right now, and where we're going to head to. So we do have some additional indication that this could be the start of a price move upwards. We've got this 2-day super up, which, as Save would point out, is a very, very rare thing indeed on the 2-day chart. In fact, might well just be the first time that's ever happened. And we've also got this bullish retracement level, which it's completed its kind of step one. Well, step one was really kind of the up. It's completed its step two, coming back down below the level. It's kind of completed the step three, really, in the sense that it's first and the up, the down, then the up. Let's switch off the VWAP for this. As long as that continues going up, which you'd normally see with this sort of setup, especially with the long wick down and the strong market reaction to the upside. But just do keep in mind that we're talking about probabilities here, although this might well seem like a pretty certain setup, but it is probability. I mean, it's a very, very likely probability, but even so. So in terms of where do we invalidate this, what sort of levels we'll be looking for? So probably, in fact, just if it breaks below this retracement level, which is at 85k, and kind of like within that range, if it broke down further below 84, maybe 83, 84, each of those levels sort of 85, 84, 83, then you could become more and more certain that that long has been invalidated, and we're going to be heading further south, really, before we see any potential upside. Oh, I need to go this way. Just move that. So, zooming out a little bit on here, how low could it go? So, don't think it's going to head that low just yet, 65 with that retracement level. That might come later, but I think we're probably talking about maybe the bottom of this range here, where we had this nice kind of pivot reversal, somewhere between there and maybe this kind of level. Where doesn't it want to draw? If I run out of my quota of lines that I can draw. Does it not know I'm recording? Oh dear. Is it going to let me draw? No? Why not? Oh, the whole thing is gone. Have I lost internet? Well, god damn it, I've lost internet. Amazing. So I'll cover the rest of this in the live stream later on, assuming I get my internet back, and assuming I can upload this into the Discord. Amazing. Anyway, okay, I guess that's it then. So, ciao for now, and talk later.
All right, I didn't realise it ended like that. That's quite funny.
Yeah, I know, it ended up in an absolute tantrum.
All right, yeah, sorry about the
I cannot
logo.
work under these conditions.
Sorry about the logo over your face. I realised I could swap the side. I couldn't actually remove it.
Ooh, okay, that's quite swish.
Yeah,
You're obviously well practiced. It's like juggling, isn't it?
During that, Maff did actually sort of send me a message on Telegram saying, "Could you get that bloody logo off my face?"
Exactly. Yeah, not quite, but yeah.
It did look like a sort of custard pie in your face, actually, didn't it? So yeah, I just found out I can move it. That's great.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'll stop doing that.
Try and get my logo onto there as well, and then we could just actually juggle them around. Hours of live stream entertainment.
You can't really do that unless the only thing we could do is put them. We could make a logo with both, but then they'd move together.
Yeah,
obviously,
that's okay. I think so.
But your only option is I did try to have a QR code there, but that doesn't make sense because let's just move that actually. Sorry, I'll leave it like that for a moment. Anyway, right, I got a little bit distracted in that because I was trying to sort the logo out. But I think overall wasn't too dissimilar to what I was saying, was it?
No. I think it's essentially assuming that this this weekend pump continues, then essentially, we're kind of looking at price go up to some level or other, and then price go down, and probably a lot more. I think it kind of depends where it gets to, how the market reacts when it gets to there. But it seems likely that it seems to be on the cards. I'd say that there's going to be kind of a push up to the kind of 108-ish, maybe 110 level, 110 level, followed by just a long short, followed by a hefty short, I suppose. Just down to untold depths and so on.
Okay,
that's what I think.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I think what I was looking at as well on my video this morning was, it'd be quite easy now to put in a lower high, which would then, possibly send the price down a lot further than people want it to go down.
Shall I share the screen or something? We can look at it.
Oh yeah. Well, should we do the usual?
But just before you do, we'll say hello to a few people.
Okay.
Should we do that? Do you want to do that, or shall I?
Oh yeah, you can do it if you like.
Right. Let's see. So, we've got me. Hello, me.
That's not a real person, is it?
No, it's just utter fraud. I think Florin, gag. Oh yeah, good afternoon, guys. Not the singer, as SWC says. And hey, Florin. Hey, Kaz, on this Monday. Don't get me singing. Please.
That was the Bangles, wasn't it?
Yeah, quite like that. I used to do the dance of like walk like an Egyptian.
Oh, okay.
But only, when I was quite young and extremely drunk. But I think I got disowned by most of my friends at that point.
I actually remember that because I had a girlfriend at the time who was quite sort of gothy, and she was into like Fields of the Nephilim and the Mission and bands like that.
Oh
and
yeah,
this friend of hers gave her a 12-inch single of "Walk Like an Egyptian" by the Bangles, And I remember the look on her face, it was just like kind of like a look I'd never seen before in my life. And then she just turned to me and she said, "Why is she giving me this shit?"
This song isn't at all depressing or about death.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that image is just like stuck in my mind like for all these years,
Yeah.
But Susanna Hoff was very fit, I must admit. She was a lovely looking girl. The singer.
Oh yeah. I think another one you mean.
Very small though. She's only about 5 foot tall, I think.
Blimey, yeah. Is that good or bad? I suppose neither really.
I don't know. I mean,
one of the things it just is. Yeah.
I mean, Kylie Minogue. People talk about her, but she's just an overrated midget, really. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Well, she's a sprightly little fellow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks Kaz for setting us off on that slight digression there. That spoke a bit too much about ourselves, didn't it? Firewatch, hello. Monkey64ism, hello everyone, and hello back. And Firewatch, I extended my TradingView premium for an extra 13 months. Really good value at 217 plus VAT. I kind of agree. I think if I was, because I'm kind of halfway through my premium subscription at the moment, so I'm probably going to wait for the next big deal, which I'll do hopefully within 6 months, because they seem to do them at least twice a year, don't they?
Mine's got like 300 days left or something. So I think I bought the big one in the summer, didn't I?
Yes, yeah.
I seem to remember making a video about it or something. I can't remember. It was when I was doing the stuff about the watch list alerts, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I got the premium maybe either then or shortly before then or something like that.
I think you did it after me because you were just jealous.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah. So Florin, for me it shows 789 per year for the ultimate. So probably you see different prices already because you're on the premium. Yeah. Oh yeah. They tailor it a bit. Interesting. They probably count on people not comparing notes on these things. So,
that's scuppered their plan, isn't it?
That's a bit.
You're discussing it live on a live stream,
Yeah.
Uncovered there. I know, because I looked at something on my phone this morning, and that's why I was going to talk about it, because it said something like the ultimate one was going to cost me 100 and some quid, and then to extend my premium one was going to cost 300, and I was thinking that doesn't make sense, And then when I looked at it on the stream here, I was thinking, well, that does make sense, and I don't know. So something odd going on. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So, by the way, excuse me blinking a lot. I'm kind of doing that quite a lot. It's just I seem to have got like very dry eyes at the moment. I probably need to put eye drops in, but they freak me out. I just can't do it. So I'll just have to blink away, I guess. KB6DD. Oh, is that 6? Yeah, KB6DD. Afternoon. And Kaz around 85 to 50, perhaps down to oh dear level. Quite possibly, I think. I'll catch up a bit on that in just a sec. Scotty, how do everyone? Let the heckling begin. And Kaz, but then his order block further down. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I agree. It kind of comes down to just who the hell knows, really, doesn't it? Eventually, because well, I suppose you can get confirmations. You kind of have to wait for the confirmation if it's going to do one thing or the other. Then you kind of know, obviously, get an idea of where it's going to head to. I think. Coding Crypto Fitness 738. Hello, hello back. Welcome.
He was here on Saturday night, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Scotty again. Ethiopian volcano erupts the first time after nearly 12,000 years. It's the end of the world in Ife. Is everyone going to keep just throwing song lyrics this way? It's just going to make you're going to make me sing. I'm warning you.
I don't know. That's the sort of cross between sort of REM and the Beatles, isn't it?
I've taken that as REM, unless they just kind of ripped off the Beatles.
Isn't that the end? It's the end of the world, and I know it.
Yeah, and I feel that one.
Yes. No, I feel. Sure
they do that bit as well.
Okay.
I'm fairly sure they do.
Right. So okay.
Maybe it's a homage to the Beatles.
Is that a super duper big one then?
The volcano.
Yeah.
It might just be that it's that it took such a long time. It's a bit late to the party. 12,000 years. It's fashionably late, for the end of the world, I suppose.
Yeah, but I mean, there are some big ones around. I did actually write a book about volcanoes many years ago, and so, but that Ethiopia wasn't one of the places I spoke about in my book. I don't think.
Well, we better do a second edition then.
I know. Yeah, volcanoes what I missed the first time round. But I mean, volcanoes are great. I mean that Lake Toba one in whenever it was that almost destroyed the Earth. So
great.
and yeah.
Well, that split it down the middle virtually.
Yeah, and also that one that Yellowstone Park is upon.
Yeah, the super volcano. Yeah.
That technically is still active.
It is. When they're saying not so long ago that the because like the ground was kind of like bulging up, wasn't it? And it's potentially like could go within the next however long. But then I don't know if it just receded or something. Don't know.
Yeah. But yeah. I suppose the biggest one in our lifetime that kind of affected things was the Iceland one, I suppose, wasn't it? That when
Reykjavik, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the Edjugafjallid or something.
Yeah, I wasn't going to attempt that.
Whatever it's called, 2010 that wasn't it? Because I wasn't into the markets and stuff then, but I bet that sort of changed a few things, didn't it? I bet.
Yeah,
because that like wrecked like sort of airline things. Airlines were losing money. It was quite bad actually. How it affected like the whole world really.
Yeah, true. I think the US is talking about bombing Iceland, weren't they? Because they were disrupting the the world economy and so on. So, Nick K, hi. Glad to see you here. Scotty, REM, yep. And REM sleep, I think, is rapid eye movement is one kind of doing right now. I've got to get those eye drops.
I've got some here really, but they're not. That's not going to help you, is it? Really?
No, but I'm just really glad to know that you got some. Thanks. Well, I've got eye drops. You can't have any.
Well, I've got a bit of a cold actually, so I've got a bit of sort of sore eyes myself, and I'm quite sneezy as well. So
okay, yeah,
we're all falling apart here.
Yeah, that's true. Scotty, SWC, you've seen the deep dives into mountains like Devils and Tabletop Mountain actually being prehistoric giant trees. Okay.
Not entirely sure what you mean there.
Might need to clarify that one, Scotty. So we'll await the clarification.
Yeah. And then we should do a geology section, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we ought to. Yeah, get a jingle for it as well.
Geology watch. And,
Yeah.
and we could do the sort of like various Richter scale readings from around the world and stuff.
It'd be really interesting to put Quadzilla on those, see if it could just actually predict kind of the next volcanic eruptions and earthquakes and so on.
Well,
that's right.
Again, actually, that is. I mean, what we do here with Quadzilla, we kind of try and predict future behavior by looking at behavior in the past, which is done by humans, essentially, isn't it? So, so there is kind of a bit of like human psychology that makes the price go up and down. Having said that, humans are fairly sort of, organic, non-logical things, aren't they?
Like nature.
Yeah. So it's making me wonder actually if something like seismic activity is I wonder if they try and predict. They probably do, don't they? They probably try and predict future sort of things by looking at past events. I know they certainly do with weather, don't they? With like weather, they look for patterns.
True, because weather is just like, it's infinitely complex, isn't it? It's like kind of like trying to measure the coastline of Britain or any coastline, the total circumference, and it's like the more in depth that you go, the more like area there is, in all the crinkles and things, because it's kind of fractaline. It's fractal in it. So, essentially you could say that the coastline around the UK is infinitely long if you zoom in far enough. But it's like that with weather, isn't it? Like you could, so it's as complex as you make it. You could say it's infinitely complex, or you kind of zoom out from the data a bit, and you can just say, well, there's a cloud there, it's going to rain. But anyway, with the Quadzilla thing, I think that's kind of in the category of, wouldn't that be amazing if you kind of put Quadzilla onto it, earthquakey sort of chart, and it had like kind of super ups and super downs and retracement levels that were accurately pointing those things out. But should we do some TA?
Oh yeah. We'd have to get the data into TradingView somehow, and then work it out. Anyway, right, let's do this.
Okay, so let me just...
giggling at?
Oh, it's the jingle. Still gets me.
I see.
So, and by the way, I think we may have mentioned this already, but there's this is the final week of our cheeky early Black Friday sale, and pretty soon, later this week, it'll be the Black Friday sale. But the time's running out essentially. So never ever to be repeated again. 40% off the Quadzilla annual. Go for it, it's bloody worth it, I'd say. So what I wanted to go over then was in that video earlier, the internet cut out at the point where I was just just about to draw this in. It would have been so impressive too. But anyway, here it is. So yeah, Bitcoin 2-day, I was going to draw in this parallel channel, and let me just do that, just for posterity's sake, I suppose. So this is essentially either the price is just going to plunge down from here, which would kind of invalidate the weekend pump, just kind of wipe it out essentially, and in which case how far down does it come? Or if the price does go up to these sort of levels and then start to head down, where could we see it heading down to? So as I mentioned in the video, probably eventually down to that 65 level, as marked out by this retracement level here. But in the meantime, we could see a drop, maybe down to this kind of just market reversal point, like pivot points there, maybe including the wicks, and so somewhere between there and this level, really, also including the wicks. So, but if I just draw it in, having mentioned the wicks twice, I'll just draw it in, ignoring the wicks, maybe and up to there. So that would kind of get us to somewhere within that range, which would be kind of 72.6-ish to 76-ish. So somewhere between 72 and 75, 76, I think. I think we could well see the price drop to within that, and then kind of reverse. If I could, actually not that, would only that one. So the two scenarios are. Let's do this. The two scenarios are that from here this could carry on up, maybe interact at this. There's kind of a liquidity area there, and then up. This is an extended timeline. I think it'd be much quicker than this, by the way. But it would carry on up. It might bounce from there, and if it doesn't, it might get up to here, slightly above, and then drop down more of that, maybe down to there, more of that, and then kind of, just down to here, and then after that, it's anyone's guess. So, excuse me. So that's one scenario, and then the other scenario would be from here. It just reverses and invalidates this whole thing that's going on, maybe a bit of that, and then down from there. And if it does that, then we would hope to see kind of a strong reaction, and then up, to these sorts of areas and so on. So, yeah, that was one thing. What I wanted to cover was essentially, I'm just going to pop this message up, just 'cause anything that rhymes or nearly rhymes has got to be displayed immediately, I think. So Pippin is ripping. We'll probably have a look at that in a bit. So, yeah, essentially just when to open a short. I mean, obviously, I've already covered this in quite some detail, but I would say that around all of this, there is a fairly major caveat, because I think we're all kind of now expecting. In fact, let's go to the weekly chart. So, hello, I think I drew it. What was that chalk man on the hillside with that looks extremely rude? Do you know the one I mean?
There's a few of them. The one I know is the one at CERN Abbas in Dorset.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So I was just thinking, I kind of, by switching to the weekly, I almost like accidentally drew this CERN Abbas man. Anyway.
Yeah, I actually went to a festival there in 2024 called the Naughty Corner, and it was great actually. It was actually at the CERN Abbas Brewery, which is like a brewery with a big field behind it. So that's actually where the festival was, and it was great. Yeah. It was like a little independent sort of crusty festival. Brilliant.
Okay, that's kind of nice. Good to see that sort of thing. What am I doing? Sorry, wrong things. That's what I'm doing. Excuse the momentary flapping around then. So yeah, essentially, well, I guess in fact we already kind of looked at the 200-day moving average. So maybe my my notes here are a bit out of date. But yeah, it's just funny how what we're kind of potentially seeing with that, with this reversal, with this relief rally, if it happens, then it's just kind of coming up again to that 108 level. Just like, and if it does, maybe that's going to be the last time that we meet that old friend for another 2 or 3 years at least. You never know, or maybe up to 110 if the retracement level we talk about gets hit. But so just checking through a few things. So because what I did is I wrote up a few notes at the weekend and then forgot to review them and go through them. So now it's just like reading somebody else's notes. It's like, what was he saying then?
What was I on about?
Yeah, well, literally, what the hell was I on about? Yeah, I'll just add the EMAs back in here because I took them out earlier when I was showing the VWAP stuff because it's all getting very cluttered. Oops, wait, do that. So what we can see on here, if I just switch off the 200-day SMA for a sec, already the faster moving EMAs have crossed bearish, but the slower EMAs are kind of holding out quite nicely there. So essentially, that would be the yellow 21 EMA, which is obviously crossing down quite heavily, but the 55 EMA is kind of okay. It's starting to curve down, and in fact, well, to be honest, if the 21 catches up and overtakes the 55 heading down, then that's going to be a pretty surefire sign that things are heading downwards. This could even kind of range sideways for a bit, or just do this around this sort of area, and they would continue heading down. So we kind of need to see a strong reaction just here, a strong pump, for that to not happen. So meanwhile, the momentum oscillator is kind of mid-range at the moment, so that could see a sharp reversal. I mean, certainly the red stochastic would be the fastest, the quickest to react. So that could just come up sharply. It's showing signs like it kind of wants to already, starting to curve round. And if that happens, it would be pretty quick, I would think. So, and then the weighted average here would just kind of like turn midway, and it wouldn't have as far to go to get back up. So that's showing signs it could just do a bit of a kind of swap up there, as it's done in the past, like this sort of thing. It's coming down. I mean, this wasn't as sharp, as steep, but it's coming down and then just changed its mind, went back up, and the red zipped round and overtook. So, so I think just skipping past a bunch of stuff here that I'd already kind of covered. But yeah, the overall narrative, I think, I mean, I was checking through X and so on earlier on, and yeah, the overall narrative is just kind of that should this pump happen, it's going to trick people, especially if it gets above 100k. So people are just going to get excited by the rally, and they'll be shouting that hey, the bull market is back on, we are so back, and then they'll be opening up leveraged long positions again. But of course, meanwhile, what the people in the know is that that's just going to be literally just kind of a relief rally, and we'll hit this sort of level and then reverse and just head back down, and it's still very much a bear market. But the thing is, everyone now seems to be expecting that kind of pump and then dump. So if everyone is thinking that everyone is thinking that, then so it becomes this principle of maximum pain. The old Bitcoin thing usually means principle of most surprise. I mean, really, it's that the market movers go where the highest liquidity is. So if there is suddenly, so that there aren't going to be necessarily lots of longs, like not a radically huge number of longs set up to be liquidated to be hoovered up by the market movers. Everyone's going to be setting shorts, just fully expecting that to happen. I do actually think that's very likely, to be honest, that is going to happen. But it's just to keep in mind, really, that we might all be, it's like 5D chess, isn't it? We might all be hoodwinked, blindsided on that one. So that means, so that is kind of a caveat, in a sense, of that particular, long and then a short. So, yeah, the caveat. I would say just, we shouldn't mess around on this. We're in a bear market. We just are. So, with that said, what if this new and sorry, I'm actually reading my note. I'm just going to have to read it out. You can tell I'm. Can I just do this like an auto cue? Should put it like there. What if this new and fully expected in retrospect bear market is a fake out? I can't do that. It's not natural. It ain't natural, mate. It's wrong. Anyway, well, not a fake out as we're right in it, but what if it's a mini bear market, sort of a koala market? This might be a koala market. I mean, I know koala isn't a real bear, but so President Trump made an announcement during a speech recently that there would be $20 trillion of investment into the US by the year end. I mean, cutting it a bit fine there, but unless there are some deals that have already been agreed on behind the scenes. So, if he knows, he knows. So deals with Saudi Arabia, basically. But so that's the thing. So that could well just pump the market, essentially. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that this might surprise us all, and maybe this isn't a relief rally at all. The thing I was drawing out might do that, and then that, and then further down. What might happen is that we get it to here, do a fake out, and then maybe surprise everyone just by kind of doing that, to the moon, etc. On the arrowhead there. Thank you. That's an absolute possibility, and I think that would that surprise everybody, because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But it's because there are lots of but what abouts, if that makes sense. And these are the things that people have been shouting on Twitter, just saying we can't possibly be in a bear market because, but what about this? What about that? So it's like, but what about the stimulus checks, like mid-2026, funded by the tariffs? What about the Clarity Act? So there's like an 80% chance of the Senate passing that in early 2026. What about QT ending in December? What about QE kicking into action next year? The interest rate cuts, next one being, I think, December the 10th. I think I haven't checked today, but I think that there was like a 70% expectation of that, of it being a 0.25% rate cut. What about the Fed chair replacement next year with Trump's puppet and alleged puppet? Not making any aspersions about like where he's putting his hand or anything like that. So just yada yada. Just what if all of the but what abouts actually do happen and flip the narrative? In which case, would this still be a bear market? Because could the bears actually just be sufficiently bearish, really sufficiently sellish to sort of keep the price that suppressed throughout all of the extremely bullish stuff that might just happen in 2026, early 2026 even. I mean, like the Republicans are going to want the economy looking strong, ready for the midterms. So there's kind of all of that happening. So it might mean that risk-on assets like Bitcoin suddenly are looking kind of attractive, like especially if this $20 trillion thing, investment thing happens. So that's not even money printing; that's just money, like real money, coming into the US. So obviously the thing is that all of that stuff would take time to play out. So investment money dumped into the economy, sets things in motion, it's going to depend how much front running goes on, how confident the market feels overall, and it has been hoodwinked quite severely just lately. So I mean, so if let's just say if this was actually a just traditional bear market, and it's kind of just how it is, it's just what's going to happen. So if we look at so where would, like, the average number of days from a bull market peak to the bear market bottom, according to my notes, is 383 days. So we could get a feel of just like if this is just going to be like crypto winter misery for a while, how long until it kind of turns into the first glimmering of springtime. So how would I do this? Probably just measure it, I think. So is it 383 days, isn't it? So I probably need to squish this even more. Let's get that on the daily. Yeah. Even more. Oh, right. I've got my arrowhead. Left that dangling. So essentially, is that right? Probably about right. From there, bloody hell. Try again. Is it going to work? Ah, yeah. Yeah. So 302. Was it 383? That's the average, but the last two or three actually have been around about that sort of number. So it's not like one was 100 days, the others were like 600 or whatever. So roughly 383. Go back, and forwards back. About that. It's going to be like 24th-ish of October later. Basically, well into the second half of October of next year. So for that, we're kind of talking about the absolute bottom, the low of the bear market, and I suspect it's going to hit one of these retracement levels down here. So worst case, I suppose, would be if it's going to be a say a 70% drawdown, which would be what percent is that on? There. Oh, it's well below this then. So that one would be a 54%. 50%. Just again, given all the bullish things that are going on, I think a worst case it's like 62, maybe 60k. Maybe if those two did play out, just under 60k, around there. Back into October again. We're going that September, October, come on, call it there. I'll do. So we might expect to see just a sort of blop to there, essentially. Let's put that there as a marker. And so blop. Why am I drawing it from there? Because we're already here, aren't we? So let's try that again. So from here, say we do that, and then it's going to be. Sorry, got that wrong. What's the best way to do that? Yeah, it'll be that, and then I'll do it as a straight line-ish, a straight curvy line, kind of to there, and then we start to see upwards. Something along those lines. That's the worst case, I think. Okay. I even drew that kind of slightly lower there, really, but it's going to be down to there, really, isn't it? So worst case would be down to sort of just under 60k towards the end of October next year, and then after that, we may not feel like we've reached the bottom there, but it'll be a turning around point. There'll be lots of drawbacks and nasty things going on heading up, but so that essentially is if the market just plays out at as it tends to, as expected, just regular as clockwork, slightly wonky clockwork, I suppose, but because given all the pullbacks and fake outs and so on that we'll see on the way, and all of the hope and all of the despair. So we are talking about the absolute depth of crypto winter there, doom and gloom, depression, all that good stuff. And so as I say, people may not even notice that the price is reversed when it does. But yeah, I don't know, that might well be what happens, but at the same time it just doesn't quite ring true, I think. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was wondering what we could do to I wonder if we could set some alerts in Quadzilla to sort of give us an idea that of like, when the price might be topping out, if we go up from here.
Yeah.
And I was looking like the weekly time frame for the red backgrounds, which is pretty good. Maybe even the daily. Just thinking actually if it's worth, because I know we've missed these before, haven't we? I think a daily might be better actually.
Potentially daily or the 2-day. Yeah, I mean probably set one on each, to be honest. Just to be sure. If you kind of miss one, then one of the others ought to show up. Yeah, I would think like one on the daily, one on the 2 daily, excuse me, and one on the weekly, just to keep it covered, I guess. Certainly the daily, I think you're right. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I've actually got one. I've got one set on the 12-minute. 12-minute red background, which just says "dumping coming," and that's actually been quite good actually, because we had one on the 23rd of November. What's that? Just last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At 87k, that came down like $2,000 anyway. But that's not really looking for the macro things. But something like that. Yeah, daily 2-day thing, set an alert for the red background. Just because I don't know, I've got a feeling that sometimes when the price is going up, you kind of forget that that might be the end of everything as we know it.
Yeah. Talking about volcano. In fact, that volcano talk turned out to be surprisingly sort of apt, I think, didn't it?
So as you're going up, that is the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah. Essentially. So yeah, exactly. It's just like last time we'll see these numbers probably for quite a long time if it works out that way. There's definitely two potential narratives, just two very, very different ways that this could go. It depends to what extent you kind of take into account the just the macroeconomic side of things. I mean, it is possible that all of that, the but what abouts that I talked about, do happen, but because it takes such a long time for them to really kick in, that it is kind of like not until this sort of time. Maybe not. It doesn't have to be like October. Maybe September, October of next year, and it might not even go as low, but that would still be a valid kind of bear market dump down to some low level, and then start to reverse again, and it could be driven by those bullish factors, I think, simply because of the timing. So also I think because there's been a definite feeling that this bull market has been quite muted, because like this feeling of feeling slightly ripped off, really. Oh, only 126, God. I want my money back, So because of that, it was very just kind of like meh, kind of bull market top. Maybe the bear market bottom will be kind of a bit meh as well. It might be a equally muted bear market, because there was so much suppressing the Bitcoin price, pushing it down, multiple different things on the way up, and probably going to be seeing multiple bullish things suppressing the downward movement during the bear market. So it could, if you see what I mean, it might even just be around this sort of area, and up a bit sooner than September, October. So it actually could turn out to be a relatively short sort of crypto winter in this case. So there you go. Brought it back to the title of the live stream.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't really answering what you were talking about, was it? I just realised. But
I've forgotten what I was talking about, to be honest.
It's on the 12-minute. Isn't it? I mean,
oh yeah, no, the 12-minute. No, it's just one of those things where, like, 12-minute would have been quite good for the October the 10th kind of dump, but not a macro dump really. But
yeah,
it would be so nice, wouldn't it? To be in a, I don't know, if we'd have seen that up at 126k and just gone short, then like we'd be just so happy now, wouldn't we?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there were. I mean, Quadzilla did call that on in various ways, didn't it? It called the short on that. I know I was very much guilty of just of confirmation bias, really, as in just ignoring what the multiple signs that was surely the top, just wanting the price to just keep on going higher, thinking that can't be it. I'm expecting 150k minimum. So it's very much the thing about reading the chart in terms of what it's currently telling you versus what it should be telling you, what you feel it should be telling you, and what half of X and YouTube and so on is also saying it should be telling you. So, lesson learned, really.
Okay. Well, let's go have a quick look at some of the comments, actually.
Sure.
All right. So, Aki, it's maff and save need a glue vine or two. Glue. Yeah. Glue vine's like Van Show, and it's like that kind of mulled wine with. To be honest, I used to get involved with making that at my mate's bar in France, and like we'd use the cheapest red wine we could find.
Of course.
And then just
masked by all the sugar.
And then just anything that was lying around, really, and like it's quite khaki, really. There are tabletop mountains all over the world that look exactly like tree stumps. Isn't this a bit like the old, like the pyramids are like the ears of a giant cat or something?
Well, they are. Yeah, I think that speaks.
Yeah, I shall look into that further, but it might not feature in my next book. I'm not sure. K2, nice mountain. Is K2 the one that's no? K2's next to Everest, isn't it? Right.
It's one that's I think technically the tallest if you measure it from the bottom of the ocean or something like that.
Oh, okay. Scotty's. It's quite good, the geology break, isn't it? Is it geology? What was it? Is it volcanology?
Volcanism, I suppose.
Volcanology, I suppose, isn't it? It's got analogy. There are tabletop mountains all over the world that look at. Oh no, I've been there.
We did that. Yeah.
I've done it, Kate. Right. So what am I doing? Pippin. Oh, should we have a look at Pippin?
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry, are you finished?
Oh yeah. I think.
I'm just while you're
probably have to wrap this up fairly soon.
Yeah, me too. Actually.
Pippin, because it's
Scott, you're saying $4 trillion. JP Morgan just sold $134 million worth of MSTR.
Like a strategy,
and is leading to push to exclude.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I've sed that about strategy, and the whole strategy thing is just weird. I think breaking Fed Waller just said that
Waller. Sorry, yeah.
He is advocating for a rate cut. Okay, well, good.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Bitcoin mining is surging again in China despite being banned. Did it ever get banned? I mean, no.
It did. I was sure that they'd unbanned it, probably realising that they're being ignored. It's making them look weak, I think. They could do with that because it needs to keep the hash rate up. Because if half the Western sort of, well, actually in the Russian as well, I think the Bitcoin miners are switching over their infrastructure to AI processing instead. Then just quite welcome for that to happen. But then is it the other thing? Do we actually want the majority? Do we want like more than 50% of the miners to be in China? Nothing against the Chinese people, obviously, but maybe a bit against the Chinese government. So, yeah.
I'll tell you what. I was watching a review of an electric car. It was the Xiaomi something. I don't know. It's a Chinese EV. It looked brilliant.
The spy EV. Sorry, carry on. Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, but it looked amazing. Didn't it? It was. I think the price, well, the Chinese price in dollars was something like 38 grand dollars or something. But
yeah.
So it was super cheap. But the only thing is, I've kind of had a few Xiaomi phones, and they're kind of all right for a bit, and then the batteries go. I don't know, like the battery dies in them really quickly. After like a couple of years, it sort of. And that'd be so annoying if that was like your pride and joy sitting in your driveway, and the battery all of a sudden only lasted like 50 miles after like 3 years or something. That'd be
This is amazing. Sorry
what?
To jump in. Just looking at Pippin.
Oh, is this Pippin the dog?
Pippin, which is ripping. If you're trading this with Quadzilla, just congratulations. It's that's a hell of a thing. I mean, this is on the 1 hour. Boom, boom, boom. So we had this bearish retracement level, which is calling the fact that that had already kind of gone down, so down, up, down. So that very much worked out. There was a lot of trades to just kind of like take advantage of there. This bullish retracement absolutely bleeding nailed it. That's kind of up and what an up. And then the down touched the bullish retracement level, and then up and opened up this bearish. So the down, up. It's going to come back down. It's probably going to touch this bullish retracement as well. It's just catching them. It's amazing. These ones, I don't know what that's going on there, but also I drew in that for that kind of expired bullish retracement, because that's going to. Oh, in fact, to be honest, yeah, that would have finished just there, I think. So that got touched as well, just there, and then ended up kind of heading on up. But for something to trade, that's pretty crazy. So I guess that's on Binance.
I was just looking at it. It's on quite a few things actually. It's on Binance. It's on Bitunix. It's
good. Okay.
It's on Bybit.
Yeah,
it's all over the place actually.
Might well have a look at trading that a bit later. Just but with probably very low leverage, let's say, if any.
What for a short? Yeah.
For whatever's next, I think I could just see that just bouncing around all over the place. I mean, on the 30-minute, that's beautiful. So is that? It's all rather good. So down, up. Yeah, that's so obviously going to come back down. It might well do another big move like that. It's obviously in the middle of that, so it's just because that technically was a higher low, apart from the wick. Oh no, it was. Yeah, it actually was a higher low, and then again here, really, well there. So it kind of went higher low, up. So it might, if it comes down to somewhere like that, then that's going to do some even more rippage. At the moment, it's looking like a lower high, so that could even be kind of a squeeze. I'm going to just draw it in very roughly.
I'm just looking at it on the 12-minute time frame, and the trend shield's going quite nutty. Sort of.
Yeah. I've drawn that in badly, but just to illustrate, really, it's probably going to be that, isn't it? If anything, I'll jump to the 12-minute now. Just abandon that, but it's kind of that. If it comes back down, that could be just a squeeze followed by a rip. But maybe it's just going to rip anyway. So, excuse me, 12 minutes. Let's get rid of that.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking at 12-minute because just looks like the
Around there.
the momentum. What's it called? The convergence band.
Convergence band. Yeah.
The convergence band has gone. It's kind of been above that kind of 80% mark like all morning.
Yeah.
And it did dip back just a bit, and it's still got all those like green trend shields sort of saying, well, it's still going up, So don't know. Probably need to look out for them not appearing, and then something like that.
It's starting to fade. But it might, just have to keep an eye on that one for sure.
Tempting to have a go, isn't it?
It kind of is. I mean, that was nicely called as well. That was down, up, and then there was some down. But I think at that point, there's just so much kind of renewed upward pressure. I think that, and of course the EMAs just going up pretty steeply along there as well. That's a ripping coin right now. So what else have we got? Oh, we've got another one. What's Stroke? Is that something that a coin that I should instantly know what it actually is?
It's in there. I don't know what it is.
Is it that? Yeah, Stroke, which is really Stroke. Suppose have a look. John, this sort of thing doesn't matter too much. Let's have a look on Bybit. Just really.
Starknet.
Is it? Oh, okay. Right.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
A little story.
Oh, Strike. Okay, it's Strike.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
What am I looking at then?
Don't know. So I hope this is the right one. Scotty, if we're looking at the wrong one, just shout.
STRK, yeah.
Yeah. Which is Strike apparently.
Got a story.
Actually, Scotty was also saying just about Pippin. Futures are green. Pippin could push higher, in my opinion. On New York Open. Oh yeah, that's not far off, is it? As well. SWC was right. Okay, yeah, this is Starknet.
Okay, right, yeah. No, I just noticed. Okay, so they've got a token unlock on 15th of December.
Okay.
Which might cause a drop on the 15th of December.
Sure. Potentially. So sometimes these things, you kind of wait for that, and then it's already been front run in some way. Rarely actually see that, like when it's expected like that. See it actually play out exactly like that, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of assuming that everyone whose tokens unlock jumps in and sells, and that people that haven't kind of pre-sold whatever they have just to get it bit in on the action or whatever.
Oh yeah, is that the 4 hour you're on there?
Yeah. So jump to the 4 hours. So I thought if we do a bit of actual TA on this one, then I guess a level could go in there. That's kind of quite toppy. That could potentially be positioned a bit higher up there. Lots of. I mean, Spikey's suggesting that there is downward pressure on this one. Let's say, so it's not quite looking as popping as Pippin, but at the same time, potential might be ripe for a reversal there, because you've got this sort of thing where the actually I don't know have the just realised that convergent zones on the EMAs on painting on this. I mean, this is just a local version. I might have them nobbled in some way, but so this could be ripe for a switch to the upside, depending. So this on the 4 hour still, that bullish retracement level has done its up down kind of probably wants to head up, doesn't it? But it's going to depend on the EMAs. I mean, obviously down here, the stochastic oscillator, the convergence band has converged, and both of those are coming back round. So that could well be a sign that there's an imminent reversal just there.
Yeah.
So there is that. And yeah, so from that, actually maybe that was because there's kind of liquidity there which ties in with that, and yeah, let's draw that in kind of halfway through those really, and also that one there, maybe from there. So that this kind of wicked out just there, which might be kind of tied into that level as well, as potentially a bit of a range. So if I drop down from there to the 1 hour and
right, yeah. So what Scotty's saying is that the trend shield has dropped off on the 1 hour, and indeed we've got a green background there. Yeah, so that's looking pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's definitely looking right for a turn. So when it heads up, is that? Oops. Add that in as well. It's got a bit of a range within that as well. Yeah, when it heads up, just keep in mind that keep that in mind, but also that it's going to react on each of these levels, assuming it's. If we were looking for that, then really it's going to kind of do that sort of thing. Not saying that exactly, but and keep in mind that's a bearish retracement just there, and in fact there's another one here that would continue to be relevant. So I could just let's draw that in as well. And that sort of thing. So how long it takes to play out doing that, I don't know. It would probably be not nearly as much time as the way I've drawn it there. So these will be steeper lines, I think, however they go. Yeah, dropping down 30-minute. Keeping that in mind too. So that's at 0.518. And yeah, on each of these time frames, it is looking bullish. Again, the trend shield kind of starting to fade out, at least there. So then 12. Interesting how that's bounced off the 55 EMA. The 9 and 21, the faster moving EMAs, are looking as if they're about to cross bullish any second now. And on the 12, the trend shield is already faded out, so it's potential early move there. I think if this... and also, yeah, we're kind of getting higher lows, kind of all of those. So bad trend line, but just to illustrate, you've got like low, higher, low, 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 high, potentially higher low here, and kind of accelerating. Potentially, it's had a bit of a drawback there after that bounce back, after that rejection. If it can just get on up through there, the momentum oscillator is looking pretty good, I'd say. Probably want the faster moving one to accelerate a bit, but overall, yeah. And then kind of up to that 0.15 level. So that's about it. So what else we got? I'll probably have to wrap up fairly soonish. So.
Okay, no worries.
And then
oh, sorry. Is that it?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
All right, bye then.
I announced that with more of a flourish, and I said, "And that's me done."
Okay. All right. I think you wanted me to do something. Okay. Well, thanks very much for everything. That's really cool.
Yep.
I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens when the market opens. Well, New York market opens in about an hour, isn't it? So yeah, that's going to be good. thanks for everyone coming along. I think what I'll probably do is I'll just say goodbye, and then I'll remind you of the Black Friday offer, and then we'll see you later on tomorrow. All right. So it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
All right.
Cheers.
Take care, everyone. Here's a Black Friday thing. The Quadzilla Black Friday sale is now live, and it's live until the end of November. This gives you a massive 40% discount on the annual fee. This means if you're paying in dollars, you're getting it for $49 a month. If you're paying in euros, it's 42 euros a month. And if you're paying in pounds, it's just £36 a month. This gives you full access to this amazing indicator, and also full access to our Discord community. And this is where you can get trading ideas, discuss your trading ideas, ask questions. And remember, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. We have this winning trade section here, which has some phenomenal wins like 73%, 24%, 114%, 47%, 20%. They keep going on. Some of the wins here are absolutely phenomenal. People are making lots of money in our Discord community. So if you want to become a profitable trader and you want to make your next trade profitable, head over to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. We'll see you over there.